Sunday, T Squad. It's me, Keisha, and I am here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Baddies West Season 3, Episode 2 review. Let's get right into it. We pick up exactly where we left off last week with Stunner getting into it with Rolly. You know, she threw a drink on her, at her face rather, and Rolly stepped up. They got to squaring up, fighting, but Stunner got the best of Rolly because security was in the way. She was able to snatch Rolly's wig off. Biggie then came out the blue and swung on her. She said she connected. I didn't see it because I don't know if it was the editing or what, but things are just out of control. The bus had to be pulled over. Rolly trying to get at Stunner, but security won't let her. Stunner gets escorted off the bus, child, and has to be put in the van to follow them to the house. It's just a big old raggedy mess, but that is what we have come to expect with this franchise. So things are able to get simmered down now that Stunner is off the bus. Stunner got these girls riled up. She got everybody mad, honey. And it's working, you know, because every week, who are we talking about? Stunner Girl. Stunner Girl is this season's Krayshawn. You know, Krayshawn came in thinking that she was about to be the number one stunner, but Stunner Girl said, well, what? And that was off the dome. Y'all know I do not come up with this stuff beforehand, but that was funny. So, Stunner Girl is bringing it. She is the talk of this season thus far. She got everybody hating her guts. So, like I said, she's escorted into a separate van. All the other girls are still on the Sprinter bus or whatever. And Rolly is complaining about her nails being broken. She's bleeding now and she's upset by that. Lo feels like Natalie needs to take control. This is her show. You always want to remind the girls that this is your show. Then you need to act like it and put girls in place, fire somebody, send somebody home, do something, because this is just utter chaos. But I'm like, Lo, yeah, common sense would tell you that, but it's her job to get the party started, to get y'all to act like barnyard animals and turn up for ratings. So she's doing her job all right, just not the way that you would want her to. What would be the realistic way? Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. She's going to rile you girls up. That is her job. That is what Natalie does best. So Kat in her confessional was like, you know, I feel like Biggie wouldn't stop. Like, she just kept on going and going and going and going and going. She did, however, feel like she understood about the altercation between Stunny and Rolly because, you know, Stunner threw a drink on her. So, at this point, Kat just wants to make sure that Biggie didn't call herself, like, trying to jump Stunner Girl because she's not down with that. And so Biggie was like, you know, I just want to make it understood. No. We got to talk about this. Because nobody was jumping, mommy. Nobody was jumping, baby. No. I don't do that because, you know, she threw a drink at me first. And so I just came and I swung her like, bow. Like, you know, because you're not about to talk to me like that. No, mommy, we're not about to do that. You know, I don't have to jump nobody because she came at me first. So the girls try to get Kat to understand that it wasn't a jumping situation, considering the fact that she got into it with two girls at the same time. So it's kind of like you get what you give, almost type of thing or whatever. I'm trying to remember though on last week's episode when Stunner threw something at her. Did Biggie try to get at her? Did security jump in? I think they did. But I mean, I get where the other girls is coming from, but it did kind of look like a jumping situation because you jumped in when she was having a fight with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a one-on-one type situation. Like, you could have waited to get your turn. You know what I'm saying? If it was that deep for you. But then again, on the other hand, you know, Stunner, you about that life, then you need to be about that life, like, period. So Rolly makes it clear that this is Baddies and we about to turn up she makes it her mission that she's going to beat up Stunner Girl every day at this point. Every day. Natalie also lets the girls know that y'all cannot be throwing stuff. She was like, that is in their contracts. Like, you will get sent home. Like, that is a liability. She was like, y'all can square up all day, but no throwing. And I'm like, y'all should have been had that clause in effect that there can't be any throwing, because somebody gonna get hurt one day. Like, really, somebody's really going to get hurt. So then Natalie brings up the interview process with Stunner Girl and how she told them this story about how she and her peoples kidnapped this girl and put her in a dog cage for days. And so London was like, oh, that's her? Like, oh, no. Nah. And Razor even like, y'all putting me in the house with a sociopath? Like, this girl is a real criminal. Like, I went to jail too, but not for nothing like that. So now they all kind of like weirded out by Stunner, because they see like she really crazy. She's really about that thug life. And I don't want no parts of it neither. And I ain't even on the show. I'm kind of scared of Lil Mighty Mouse now, because Lil Mighty Mouse is kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? The ladies all get to the house and Natalie brings it up once more how Tommy and Krishan are not there. And Lo was like, what else is new? Like, she's doing this on purpose. She's bringing these conversations up on purpose so people can say something slick, and then she can be able to go back and tell the other person what was said. And there, in fact, comes, the beef. And, Lo falls for it. Lo falls for it because Lo is vocal and she don't care. And she was just like, it's not fair, once again, that Krishan isn't there. I didn't ever see her saying anything about Tommy not being there. And I feel like, Tommy, Krishan, and Sky, even though Sky is with Krishan to keep an eye on her, so she literally just has to, follow Krishan around, so she get a pass. But I feel like Krishan and Tommy were both, in the wrong for not participating, coming when they feel like it, like excluding themselves from the girls, and they are kind of acting like they get special treatment, and it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Because we're an ensemble cast, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're new to this show, but still, like, be respectful. So I get where London was coming from, but I'm like, girl, you are falling into Natalie's trap. So, Natalie puts Kat in charge of going to check on Stunner to see how she's doing, see where her head is at. So when they get inside the house, Natalie ends up putting Biggie in the room with Krishan, Lo and Razor in the same room, Rolly and Scotty, and Kat and Stunner in the same room. Of course, she gets her own room. Kat, like I said, talks to Stunner Girl. And Kat was like, I wasn't going to let nobody jump you. Stunner in her confession was like, Biggie is so weird. The cameras come on, and then she turned into Rock Dwayne Johnson. It'd be funny though, because Stunner has yet to crack a smile yet. Have y'all paid attention to that? This girl has not cracked a smile one time in her confessionals, in the show. Like, this girl has not cracked a smile. So when she says all this with that deadpan straight face, it makes it even funnier. My thing though with Kat is, I understand, her feeling some type of way or having her own thoughts and opinions, but let me tell you something. I'm not going to be involving myself in nobody else's beef, especially with somebody I barely know, because this same girl could turn around and flip on you. So all that, I wasn't going to let nobody jump you, Maybe she trying to link up with other girls. I don't know, but I feel like you said, you're the oldest out of this situation. Girl, mind your business. It ain't even that serious, child. It is not that serious, because everybody on this show is absolutely ticky boom boom crazy. Now let's discuss this bed situation. Zeus, y'all need y'all butt kicked. Lemuel, you need your butt kicked. You really honestly do. Natalie, you need your butt kicked. Janika, or whatever her name is, Lemuel's girlfriend, one of the producers of the show, you need your butt kicked. Tommy is a producer on this show as well. You need your butt kicked. It is not acceptable for y'all to have these girls sleeping on a mattress on the floor. This ain't New Jack City. They ain't on drugs. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, come on now. Like, that's bogus. Bogus as I don't know what. Now, as a person who has stayed in many of Airbnbs, Airbnbs do not have mattresses on the floor, first of all. So this is something that Zeus did to ensure that there is enough beds for everybody. But y'all couldn't have went to Walmart and got a bed frame. Bed frames ain't even $100, the metal ones. Them suckers is like 50 something dollars at Walmart. Y'all couldn't have went and got a bed frame at least to put the mattress on. Like if I'm in the house and we get to a room and it's a big bed and a twin size bed, I'm not gonna make no big deal about sleeping on a twin size bed, okay? But I am gonna make a uproar about sleeping in a twin size bed on the floor like I'm some dog. Like, come on now. Come on. You making millions and millions of dollars off of these girls. The least you can do is get them a bed frame at least. Like, that would have been in my contract because y'all not about to play with me. Y'all not about to play with me. Like, that's just disrespectful. Like, that's just showing that y'all don't give a good rat's butt about these girls. Like, got these girls literally sleeping on a mattress on the floor with a blanket on top. They ain't even got a comforter set. Y'all couldn't have went to Walmart and got a $35 bed in a bag set for these girls. Really? Y'all got this musty blue velvet blanket. Bye, Zeus. Goodbye, sir. Please, goodbye. Natalie then pulls Biggie into her room to have a conversation with her and says that, you know, she feels like this season that Biggie is going to be her right-hand man. When she said that, I'm like, you know you said right-hand man for a reason. You being funny because you know this girl sound like Booker T. That's not fair, Natalie. Stop it. Stop it. So she says to her, now you're going to be in the room with Tommy. Like, she switched things up. I don't understand why she did that. Oh, I don't really understand it. So they called Tommy on the phone to see where she at. Tommy still getting her hair done or whatever. And when Tommy arrives, I'm like, it took you that long to get that little ponytail did? Girl, okay. But Biggie lets Tommy know that they gonna be rooming together. Yeah, you rooming with a big one. You rooming with a real one. Yeah. And so Natalie was like, I'm pretty sure that Tommy is not going to sleep in the same room as Biggie. She'll be getting a hotel room. And I'm like, exactly. We all know that that girl is not staying in no room with nobody else. That's not gonna happen. But now I figured it out. I figured out why she decided to put Biggie in a room with Tommy, because Krishan would naturally be in the room with her best friend Sky. Okay, now it makes sense. All right. So after that, Stunner Girl comes back into the house. She gets herself settled. Krishan and DJ Sky arrive, and Natalie tells her that, you know, some of the girls are upset about the fact that she has been late and not participating, and Krishan just trying to like wave it off at first. She like, okay, and what? Who really cares? You know, Krishan always act like she don't know where she at. Krishan always acts like she literally got dropped off in the middle of nowhere and she trying to figure out her way home. Like, the girl, like, the light switch just do not be on. So Natalie also was like, oh, I ain't never seen you with your tooth in. She was like, yeah, see. So she pulls her tooth out, which is like connected to like what's the things called? I forgot what they call it. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But she pulls it off and is like, see, smell it. My breath don't stink. I would have hit Krishan in her next tooth and knocked it out. Girl, if you don't get that shit my dang on face, don't nobody want to see your tooth connected to the mouth bridge. And girl, I would have kicked her in her vagina. Girl, if you don't move and stop being gross, just simply gross. So Natalie takes her and Sky inside and continues the conversation about how the girls are upset and mad with her, and how the girls were ready at noon and she was late. And Krishan is like, okay, like, why are people worried about what I'm doing? Like, I'm a grown woman. And yeah, you grown, but we're all on a show together, and when one person is late, it does hold up everybody else, and it does seem like you're trying to be a prima donna about the situation. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want your time to be wasted and for people to do you like that. So yeah, you do need to be held accountable, but we all know that Natalie is doing this to get things popped off. She knows what buttons to push, especially with Krishan, to get her riled up. So she has the girls come downstairs so they can have a group meeting, and when they come downstairs, Stunner Girl tries to run up on Biggie, but it really doesn't go anywhere. Nothing really happens, but she's then separated from the other girls while they're having this group conversation, and she's upset. But I'm like, girl, how you mad when you keep on trying to fight everybody? You ain't gonna never be able to be a part of nothing if you keep on running up on everybody. But what really tickled me was when Stunner Girl was in her confessional talking about how she had already snatched up Rolly. Thomas up here looking like Luther Vandross. Her little Jones be funny. So all the girls get together and they sit down. Natalie once again brings up the photo shoot and asks how everybody felt about it. And Lo was like, I feel like you showed up late to Krishan. And Krishan was like, what do you mean I showed up late? And Lo was like, I don't know what time your call time is, but ours was noon. You showed up late with no makeup on. And Krishan was like, so? And Lo was like, yeah, you wasting people's time. So Krishan was like, sits up and starts cracking her knuckles. And I'm looking like, oh, girl, here we go. I don't know why Lo wasn't not prepared. Like, have you not seen the show? Do you not know how Krishan like to take off on people without warning? Like, this is what she does. Like, you needed to be ready. I don't understand why you was not trained to go in this point, because as soon as she set up, I would have been sitting up too. Like, because you're not about to just run up on me. So Krishan was like, so what's the issue? You just said I wasted everybody's time. And Lo was like, you did, because you showed up when you wanted to. Next thing you know, Krishan takes a deep breath and then hauls off and swings on this girl and starts taking off on her. Lo is trying to fight back, but of course she's at a disadvantage because Krishan is on top of her. Security jumps in trying to pull them apart. Natalie Thomas said, Krishan, no. And we see Lo then jumps up and tries to get at her again. Rolly trying to roll up off the couch so she don't get hit. Child, it's a mess. Now, one thing I can say is that Krishan was in the wrong. You had no right to hit that girl just because she was telling you about yourself. She wasn't being disrespectful. She wasn't calling you out your name. She was simply just stating the facts. And if you gonna fight somebody, stop just swinging on people out the blue. I understand like the no talking thing or whatever, but at least give people a heads up, square up, give them a clean fight. Like, dang, girl. But I guess Krishan just like, I ain't gonna talk. Like, it is what it is. But I think that she could at least tell her to stand up, square up, do something. But just taking off on the girl was kind of whack. Really whack. This is just pure chaos, and I am here for it because it's funny, because y'all getting paid to act a fool and sleep on mattresses on the floor. So like, really, what do I expect from you people? Nothing. Overall, I'm gonna give tonight's episode an A. It was full of ratchet juiciness, and I'm here for it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section, you guys. Whose side are you on, Krishan or Lowe's? Are you on Stunner Girl's side, Biggie's side, Rolly's side? Whose side are you on right now? Tommy's side? Whose team are you on if you're on anybody's team? I'm Team Jesus, okay? I'm Team Jesus and some bless all right? Oh, God, I love you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell button, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye. Love you.